Today's highlights: policies are loosening, institutions are increasing their positions, and on-chain activity is getting crowded. Who is the Buffett of the AI era? Will this bull market make a comeback? Who is earning 99% profit margins on USDT, and who is calling the shots in this stablecoin empire? Mentougou's repayments have been postponed for another year, so we do not need to worry about liquidation causing a market crash. The Federal Reserve is determined to inject liquidity in October, but what about the market? It is almost certain that on Wednesday, they will raise rates by 25 basis points, bringing the interest rate to between 3.75 and 4. However, generally investments have spoken up, saying this vote could see three factions battling it out, with some wanting to cut 50 basis points in one go. Some want to keep the interest rate unchanged. Simply put, there will be another rate cut in December and another one at the beginning of 2026. This trend can be said to be very steady. So as soon as the macro environment loosens, you can see that capital immediately wakes up. The Bitcoin ETF saw inflows of $200 million on November 23rd, $900 million on the 24th, and another $149 million on the 27th. ARK, BlackRock, and Bitwise are taking turns buying up coins, turning it into a new battleground on Wall Street. What's even better is that Bitcoin continues to see net outflows from exchanges, a classic sign of experts quietly moving their chips out. Alright, to put it plainly, policies are loosening and money is looking for an outlet. Bullish sentiment for Bitcoin is making a comeback. If you get ready and take another look at Bitcoin, this October was as steady as running a marathon with the brakes on. First you hit the gas, then you slam the brakes. In the end, this October ended up with a 0.39% gain, so it was a close call, but nothing too dramatic. But you have to know, historically, every October has been a lucky month for Bitcoin, with an average monthly surge of 21%. This October, though, felt more like a period of conserving energy. But back to the point, whether the crypto world is in the green, whether it's winning or losing, we need to see if the AI trading scene is heating up. Let's first look at Coinbop's hexagonal model, which has turned into a real battleground. DeepSeek made a massive profit of 112%, earning the title of the AI version of Buffett. QV3 was trading Ethereum, and what happened? 2 consecutive trades lost $4,150, perfectly demonstrating that human calculations just can't beat algorithms. As for DeepSeek's trades, it sold Ethereum at $4,216 yesterday, making a profit of $7,463, then turned around and bought back in at $4,189. A textbook example of selling high and buying low. Some people say that these AIs are actually the real ruthless traders. They don't understand greed, they don't feel fear, they just keep winning. So as you can see, ETF funds are flowing back in, institutions are still positioning themselves, and the game of BHR is far from over. Maybe the prologue to the bull market is only just beginning behind the scenes. Now let's take another look at Ethereum. According to our weekly review, Ethereum is still a bit more stable than Bitcoin. And lately, Ethereum has been really hot. Not the kind of hot from price surges, but so lively it's practically smoking. The data from cryptocurrencies makes it very clear. The average daily gas usage over 7 days has reached 112,000, which is the highest point since May this year. That's a significant jump from the 90,000 plus we saw in June. Simply put, it's getting crowded on chain again. DeFi projects are making a comeback. Layer 2s are all busy connecting to the mainnet, DEX are seeing a surge in orders, and NFTs are starting to recover as well. So this wave of activity isn't just hype, it's a real, earnest revival of the ecosystem. Every time gas fees have started to soar in history, a major bull run has never been far behind. This means the old money is moving, people are coming back. Right now, Ethereum feels like a seasoned veteran about to return to the arena, with its condition at a peak of 1.1 points. With even more muscle and an even steadier rhythm, if this condition can be maintained, then this round for Ethereum isn't just a small bull run, it's the countdown to the next high-energy main event. Alright, please like this video and turn on the notification bell. We'll help you stay updated on the latest news in the Web3 world that's closest to making money. You're also welcome to become a member Monday through Friday. You can get the wealth codes, where to buy, where to sell, and what to buy. We'll tell you everything. Now let's take a look. In July, the US just passed crypto legislation. And as you know, in August, the crypto payment volume broke through $10 billion, a significant jump from February. There are even predictions that by the end of the year, related crypto payments could reach $122 billion, a surge of 67%. So what's the most impressive part? Now, it's not just retail investors using stablecoins to transfer money. Even companies have learned to bypass banks. It's fast, saves money, and you don't even have to wait in line. So in this wave, Tether has basically become the WeChat Pay of cross-border remittances. Who would still want to use the slow, expensive, and arrogant SWIFT system?
Tether CEO Paulo Arduino stated at the Plan B forum in Lugano, Switzerland, that the company expects profits to reach $15 billion in 2025, with a profit margin as high as 99%, making it unmatched globally. However, he did not specify whether these figures meet the financial standards of a publicly listed company. He added that although Tether's profits are astonishing and it does not require external financing, the market's investment interest is still hard to ignore.
For 6 years, USDT has been the most widely used asset for cryptocurrency trading. But in 2020, with the impact of the pandemic and national economies collapsing in emerging and developing countries, the adoption of USDT as the digital dollar among the hundreds of millions, even billions, of people worldwide who are unbanked or underbanked skyrocketed. As of today, we have more than 420 million users across emerging market developing countries, and we are growing at a rate of 30 million new wallets per quarter.
As of October 2025, the global stablecoin market capitalization is about $265 billion, accounting for roughly 7% of the crypto market. With $164 billion, it ranks first, making up more than 60%. With $64 billion, it ranks second. The third place fluctuates between USDE and DAI, with a market capitalization of about $3 to $4 billion. USDT and USDC remain the two dominant stablecoins, and the sector has officially entered a new stage of diversified competition.
Guess how much it's valued at now? $500 billion US. So this valuation is clearly aimed at Wall Street institutions. Reportedly, SoftBank and ARK have already started negotiating related financing. In contrast, I often see someone on WeChat video channels who, because of buying and selling second-hand phones and watches, received tainted money and had their bank card frozen. Or a business, while conducting normal operations, received funds from an unknown source and had their bank account frozen. So I want to say to all the retail investors in China, to the vast number of Chinese entrepreneurs, that a new era of financial freedom is rising. At the very least, you should be able to decide for yourself whether your money is clean or dirty and where your money should be transferred. These decisions should be made by you as a sovereign individual, not dictated by centralized institutions. They can freeze your assets at will, without financial rights, without financial freedom, whatever business you do. It's all just a bubble because those funds are not under your control. So stand up, let's vote with our feet and force the banks to make the necessary changes. Through the story of exchanges, everyone understands. 10 years ago, they were the very center of the entire crypto universe. 70% of trading volume happened there, but after hackers stole 850,000 bitcoins, that exchange collapsed overnight. This disaster caused countless early Bitcoin investors to fall from dreams of sudden wealth into a full-blown trust crisis for the entire crypto ecosystem. It also forced the whole industry to redefine what decentralized security really means and who should bear the cost of it. 10 years later, this grand capital drama finally entered the repayment phase in July of last year. The plan? To distribute 142,000 bitcoins and 143,000 Bitcoin Cash. But the plot has kept twisting and turning. Now the trustee, Nobuaki Kobayashi, has received approval from the Tokyo court to postpone the repayment deadline by another year, pushing it to October 31st, 2026. For creditors, this is not just a wait for repayment, it's also a shadow cast over the entire industry. The final test of trust.
Trustee Nobuaki Kobayashi officially issued a statement in late October, confirming that the repayment will be postponed by 1 year. The Tokyo District Court pointed out that some creditors have yet to complete identity verification, account information, or tax document submissions, which has hindered overall progress. According to the latest legal documents, about 68% of creditors have completed registration. Officials emphasize that this postponement is intended to ensure compliance and security, not due to a lack of funds. The new process after the extension will also introduce electronic verification and a multi-currency distribution system to prevent repeated reviews or delays in the future.
Actually, most people are outsiders when it comes to the Mt. Gox case. What everyone is most worried about is this: the 34,000 bitcoins and 38,000 cash transactions in hand, totaling about $4.5 billion in massive assets. When will they start dumping them on the market? The good news is that these funds have said they will not dump everything at once. They plan to go through official over-the-counter OTC transactions, meaning they will sell in batches. The message is clear: there will not be a market dump, so everyone should not panic. Some creditors have simply bundled up their claims and sold them directly to institutions, and these institutions can get a discount. This way, early investors can cash out and secure their profits. This is actually a smart move, so there's no need for everyone to worry. At least for now, the Mentougou's liquidation day won't come so soon. Even if we have to wait until next October to breathe a sigh of relief, it's not too late. The Citi Bank, which the gaming industry once looked down on, is about to become the new US dollar. The stablecoin war on Wall Street is about to begin. With Tron backing and ZK technology empowering Sun Wukong, can this monkey really beat Binance? The US stablecoin bill, including the anti-CBDC bill, makes it very clear, apart from the Federal Reserve, banks and compliant enterprises can all issue their own stablecoins. As long as banks have subsidiaries to apply, major institutions like JP Chase and Bank of America have already started looking into how to issue stablecoins. Especially JP Chase, which has always looked down on crypto assets, has made it clear to its shareholders that they don't intend to miss out on this opportunity. They've started testing the waters with stablecoins, and the latest news is that Citibank is also about to enter the field, with Coinbase as its partner.
According to Bloomberg, Citibank has already reached a partnership with the cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase, initially focusing on optimizing fund transfers between fiat currencies and cryptocurrencies, paving the way for a stablecoin payment system. It's worth noting that a month ago, Citi raised its forecast for the digital dollar market, revising its 2030 projection from the original estimate up to $4 trillion. That's more than a 12-fold increase from the current approximately $315 billion. This demonstrates their long-term confidence in the stablecoin sector.
Citigroup is looking to offer crypto-related services. Now, the bank's CEO did say in last month's earnings call that Citi was considering the issuance of a stablecoin. Now, an executive from the firm says it could go beyond that.
We keep a close eye on how these major institutions are shifting, just to let everyone know that this trend has already become an established logic. If you're still relying on the SWIFT system, then whether your cross-border transfers, your business costs, and your freedom to transfer funds can be realized is now a big question mark. What is this? This is the beginning of an era of freedom in transferring money. What's even more interesting is that regulators are now giving the green light as well. If you look at the US, Hong Kong, and even South Korea, they're all setting rules for stablecoins, which shows that the authorities are also getting ready to officially legitimize stablecoins. As for the stablecoin sector, we used to call it illegal finance. It was just a toy for geeks, right? But now let me tell you, it's become the playing field for major institutions and big countries. That said, which type of stablecoin will Citibank and Coinbase actually use, and how will they go about it? We'll keep an eye on this and see how they play their cards in the future. Have you all noticed? We're gradually getting closer to that ideal world of decentralization, that utopia, aren't we? According to a report from Huobi Research Institute, last year, decentralized exchanges only accounted for 4% to 6% of the market, but this year, their market share has reached 25%. If you look at trading volume, PVR, and the number of users, everything is skyrocketing across the board. Every exchange now has to tell the story of decentralized trading, revolutionizing themselves. So today, let's take a look at Sunjay's flagship Chinese brand with a DeFi story, Sun Wukong. What is this platform really like?
As the world's first mainstream decentralized exchange with a Chinese brand, Sun Wukong leverages the advantage of 80 billion USDT in circulation on the wavelength chain, offering a combination of zero gas fees, millisecond level order matching, and a 12% annualized return. Depositing coins requires no lockup, allowing flexible access while still enjoying stable returns. Since its launch on September 9th, without relying on large-scale incentives, it has achieved $1.8 billion in trading volume, 20,000 registered users, and $50 million in TVL, making it one of the fastest-growing new forces in the sector. It adopts a hybrid architecture of off-chain order matching and on-chain settlement, combined with an automatic position reduction system and an independent insurance pool. Even in extreme market conditions, it remains as steady as its logo.
Honestly, the DEX sector is really competitive right now. Just look at Hyperliquid, which is going all in on hardcore technology and assets, while leaning on Binance's ecosystem. As for Sunjay's Sun Wukong, its main focus is ecosystem integration, making it easy to attract users and offering a smooth trading experience. If Sunjay can keep up this momentum, who knows, by 2026, Sun Wukong might really turn Sunjay into the great sage himself. Alright, let's check out the news flash.
Musk is at it again. He said that even with just the 0.1 version launch, it's already better than Wikipedia, and he boldly claimed that the next version will be unbelievably good. That familiar tone, that familiar confidence, it's classic Musk. In the world of tech teasers, Trump's stablecoin is making big moves again. USD is teaming up with Enso to open branches on multiple chains, getting ready to put on a real DeFi cross-chain show. Looks like Trump doesn't just understand politics, he's getting more and more savvy about this too. MetaMask has upgraded its liquidity features. Now, it can manage not just Ethereum, but also handle multiple chains with a single account. The official claim is that asset loading speed is now 30 times faster. The little fox that used to only play with ETH has finally become a seasoned multi-chain pro. Grayscale is at it again with something new. The Solana Trust, GSOL, is now available on US brokerages. You can buy Solana and even stake it for returns. This move is a combination of crypto wealth management and Wall Street endorsement. The Hong Kong Securities and Futures Commission will install a radar system to monitor virtual asset trading, aiming to catch unusual activity and track volatility. It's expected to launch in early 2026. From now on, small moves in the crypto market must be even more discreet.
A good manager indeed. We always think we have plenty of time, that there are many days ahead. We keep saying we'll do this or that in the future, travel someday, spend more time with family someday, chase our dreams someday. But the word someday is the biggest lie in the world, a kind of placebo that just comforts us. Days slip by as we keep ourselves busy, and our plans, after being postponed again and again, end up forgotten. You have to understand that life doesn't pause just because you're busy, and happiness won't necessarily come just because you're waiting for it. If there's something you want to do it now while you still have the energy. If there's someone you want to see, go see them as soon as you can, because the shelf life of life is much shorter than you think. Don't let the word later steal away your today. In fact, what you think of as later is the present that someone else cherishes deeply. If you understood, feel free to give us a like. That wraps up all the content for today's program. Every day, we help you sort through all the important news in Web3 that deserves your attention. We hope that this news summary can help every newcomer to Web3 understand the trends happening in this world, and in turn, support you in making rational decisions about your role. We also hope you'll become a member. There are all kinds of member benefits included. We hope that all our members can work hard together in this bull market, gradually become wealthier, and we'll see you tomorrow.